Hi there.
Hi everyone. We have nobody. We're talking to nobody.
So, welcome to our live.
Yeah, no one is here. Just us.
Maybe we should start out.
Oh look, you have two people now.
Hi, welcome.
So wow.
Thanks so much. Okay.
Oh, Jono's here. Hi.
Hi, Jono.
Wave at you. Okay, so go.
Hi, good night, and welcome back everyone to Read2Me TT Bedtime Series. Hope you're all ready for another fun and interesting bedtime story. I'm Kurba,
And I'm Stephanie.
and we've been friends for
A
lot of
long
years.
time. Since we were in Form 1.
So that's when we were like 12.
11 going on 12. And we are much older now.
A little more than twice that.
We're old.
So we're so happy you can join us. Tonight, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. So I work as a peace and security specialist. But that's literally just a big term, meaning that I bring together a lot of data and suggest things that we can do better in the country to secure our borders and make sure the country is safe. What about you, Steph?
And I'm an optometrist, so not as exciting as Kurba's job, but I look at people's eyes and make sure that they are healthy and to see if they need glasses to be able to see better.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay kids, so we all know that these past few months have had us inside, but just remember that we're all being heroes in our own way by staying inside and flattening the curve. So ready? So tonight we're going to be reading a great story called Is That My Granny?
Yes, Auntie Steph. So this beautiful book was written by Jenny James, and what we want you to do is think about your fondest memories of your granny, your favorite stories of your granny, and you can send it to us in the message box there. You type it, have your mom or dad type it, and then we'll read it out in the end, okay?
Yeah. So let's get started.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's at 8:03 to start reading. Okay. So, Is That My Granny? Written and illustrated by Jenny James. My granny lives alone in a house in Diamond Vale, Diggle Martin. She is big and tall and very strong. My granny grows fruits in the backyard and she loves to take care of her plants. Granny hugs me when we go to visit her. She gives me sponge cake to eat and orange juice to drink. Granny always gives me a big hug and a kiss on my cheeks. One day, Granny pinched me and showed me an ugly face. The next time I went to visit, she screamed at me and told me to stop talking. Granny's mean. What has happened to my granny?
After that, Granny got sick, and we went to see her in the hospital. My mother said Granny would have to stay in another home. Granny needed people to help her all the time. We helped Granny pack her clothes. She went to live in a home with many other grannies and grandpas. Soon after that, we went to visit her in the big new home. Nurses walked around the big home feeding all the grannies and grandpas. Granny smiled when she saw us, but she forgot my name. Is that my granny? I asked my mother. She has Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer what? That's a really big word. I don't know how to spell that, I said. When people have Alzheimer's disease, they sometimes forget your name, my mother said.
After some months, we visited Granny again, but she could not get out of bed. She lay on the bed looking at us with sad eyes. The nurse had to feed her. She can't even go to the toilet. Granny wears big diapers, like a baby. The nurse has to change her diapers. Is that my granny? I asked. She is in the last stage of Alzheimer's disease, my mother said. Granny is just like a baby. She needs a lot of help. I felt very sad for my granny and gave her a big hug. A long time after, we brought Granny home to our house to eat Christmas dinner with us. Granny cannot walk. Now she has to sit in a wheelchair and we push her around. Granny says the same thing over and over. She called me Wallace and smiled. That's not my name, Granny. That's your brother's name. Is that my Granny? I asked. She has Alzheimer's disease and it will get worse, said Mummy. It can get worse? That sounds scary, I said.
Not long after, my parents took me to the hospital. Granny was lying on the bed with her eyes closed. She could not speak, could not move, and she had many tubes attached to her. Granny is really sick and won't be with us much longer, said Daddy. Do you want to tell her goodbye? But she can't hear me, I said. That's okay, said Daddy. She will know you are here. I said goodbye to Granny and kissed her on her cheek. I really hope she heard me. I saw Granny after that at the big church. She was dressed up and looked like she was asleep, lying in a box. What box is this? I asked Mummy. It's called a coffin, she said. Granny is asleep forever. We all sang for Granny. Aunties, uncles, cousins, and friends came to say goodbye. But I didn't cry because Mummy said Granny is in a better place. Bye-bye, Granny. We love you.
Wow. That's not what I was expecting from this book. But I still think it's a really good book for kids to read. This kind of speaks to me as well because my granny actually has dementia, which is similar to Alzheimer's. But she's still alive and she lives in Canada and we call her Jupo, which is a Chinese name for granny. And one of my fondest memories of her is when she would come to visit us in Trinidad from Canada, and we were with lots of treats for us because she thought we clearly didn't have enough food. And we would really look forward to that. What about you, Kurba?
So like Stephanie, I really like food, and my fondest memory of my granny is also food related. My granny actually turned 90 years old like 2 days ago.
Oh my gosh!
All right. She is, well, we call her Mama. The entire community knows her as Mama, and every time I feel like I was her favorite because. Yeah, whenever we'd visit on the weekend or spend a weekend with her, Mama knew that I absolutely loved fried bake. And this woman would get up 6 o'clock in the morning, every morning that I was there for the weekend, and fry me bake. And like I said, I really like food.
She loves fried bake.
So that was definitely my fondest memory of my grandma.
Guys, don't forget to put your fondest memories in the comments of your grannies and we'll read them out.
Yeah.
So let's just wait.
Let's just wait.
Let's wave at everyone who's waved to us. And let's scroll down and see if anyone has said hello. Nobody so far.
Yes, 18 years.
18 years, yeah. That sounds really long.
About correct.
Yeah, we've been friends for 18 years, yeah. Let me see, did we get any comments?
Come on, what's your favorite memory of your grandma?
Or just even memories, maybe any memory. Not necessarily a favorite memory.
Or like, did you enjoy the book? I know it wasn't necessarily super happy, but we think it was a really beautiful way to teach young children about something as complex as Alzheimer's.
I think it's also important for kids to know about things like that as well. And I think this is a really nice way, like Kurba said, to teach kids about it.
Hi, Emily. Hi, Saf.
Oh, let's wave at her. So,
Okay.
Anybody? Okay, well, I guess we don't have any.
I guess
granny
nobody wants to
comments.
share their granny.
But when this
grannies.
is posted to Read2Me TT, you guys can leave comments maybe on the post, and we'll still read them. It'll still be nice to read.
Yes. So, thank you for being such a great audience. You were awesome. Thanks for all the waves and the little comments in between.
It was nice.
Thank you for joining us for Read2Me's nightly bedtime series. Hope you had fun reading with us.
But before we go, it's really very important that you listen to us. Oh wait, we have a thing. Should we?
Yeah.
So Chevy Shore 23 says, after high school, my grandma and I used to dance to soca. Oh my god, how funny!
Yay! Was that like? Is that supposed to be Jamaican?
It's a Jamaican.
Soca, Siobhan. Because I
Does
feel
Jamaica
like
have soca? I should have said that on a public podcast.
yeah, probably not.
I'm sure you do.
Gershon would like you to be his new optometrist.
Sure.
Where do you work?
I work at Ferrer Optical. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, you missed the story.
Sorry,
but
missed the story.
it's going to be posted on Read2Me TT's page, so you can check it out there as well.
Oh, Alan says that he's still awake. Well, I guess you'll just need to read it on the actual page.
Listen to it again, and then
I'll read it on a voice note. Oh, he said
Trinidad.
Oh, she said Trinidad. Okay, cool,
Trinidad
cool.
soca in Jamaica.
So that wasn't an unfair question. It really wasn't. So I don't feel so bad now. Thank you, Kurba.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Fun fact: this is also our first live, so we're still working
Yeah.
on the kinks.
So
but
maybe
thank you so
next
much for
time
joining
will
us.
But for the kids again, just to remind you, here's what you can do to help do your part to flatten the curve. Just wash your hands with soap and sing happy birthday twice, so you know you're doing it for long enough.
Remember, that's twice, two
Yes.
times. Also, keep your hands out of your mouths and remind mommy, daddy, granny, everybody to wear masks if they are going out. Yeah? Remember, we are all in this together. See you tomorrow, kiddies, for a brand new story with 2 new readers.
Are you excited?
I sure am.
Yay! Hopefully you get a happier book. But it's still really nice.
Yes, so
Thank you,
Yes.
Jenny Lynn James, for writing something that everyone can relate to.
Yeah, thank you so much. And thanks so much for joining us.
Hope we can do this again. Hope you have us again, Read2Me TT.
Have a great night, everybody.
Bye!
Aw, good night, Trinbago people. Good
Aw.
night to you too.
Goodbye. So I guess that's it now. Oh my god.